Yes, बच्चों. I hope my audio video clear. Yes, let me check. Yes. In the previous class, I have discussed with you the alpha particle scattering experiment. I hope you got that particular setup very well. Ki what we have used, how the practical has been, experiment has been completed by the Geiger and Marsden, that particular alpha particle scattering. Why they have done the experiment? So they want to know the actual size, reality inside the atom. They want to know ki how actually atoms looks like, what is the structure of atom, what is the model of atom. They want to try to find, and on the suggestion of Rutherford, they have done that particular practical. So what they have used? They have used alpha particle. They have thrown the alpha particle towards the atom in that particular vacuum chamber, and suppose this is one atom. When they have thrown the sum of the alpha particle at different lines, they have thrown, and what they have observed, we are going to understand in this particular lecture. Ki what they observe and what they have put us in front of us after the observation, the theory related to a structure of atom they have given to us. What they have given to us, we are going to understand point by point in this particular slide. Now try to understand, bachcho, whenever they have triggered some electron, some alpha particle, not electron, very sorry, they have triggered alpha particle and they have sent the alpha particle towards whom? Beta, one atom. This is one atom I have drawn here. Let's draw it very darkly so that you can understand. Yes. And what they saw that so many alpha particles pass through the atom in a straight path. Means alpha particles went through the atom undeflected. Undeflected means what? Ki there is no deflection in the path of alpha particle. Nobody is available here to resist the alpha particles, or we can say that the alpha particles move straight. It means the space is empty, kya sir? Yes, exactly. What is the first observation they have made? They have made and they have given us that most particles pass straight, or only few suffers small deflection. Means most of the particles got undeflected throughout the atom. Through the atom they have passed. It means inside the atom they declared that the most of this space is empty. Almost more than 99% alpha particles went undeflected. It means 99%, more than 99% space is approximately empty inside the atom. Yes, they have gave this particular observation with the help of the experiment. Secondly, they saw about out of 8,000 alpha particles they have triggered, only one got deflected by angle theta. Out of 8,000, only one got deflected by how much degree? Suppose they have triggered this alpha particle, and how much it got deflected? By 90 degree. 90 degree angle of deviation it got. Out of 8,000. It means most of this space in the atom is empty, and very few is filled inside the empty. Very few, we can say, material is inside the atom. Very few particles are inside the atom. They have gave the theory after doing this particular experiment. Secondly, they have saw 180 degree deflection. 180 degree deflection means what? This particle, alpha particle, went like this, and after this particular part it moved back again in the same path. 180 degree means what? This was going and this was moving on the same path. But how much deviation? 180 degree deflection. But very few, very occasionally they have seen. It means there is something inside the atom. If the alpha particles are getting deflected, very few are deflecting, but still few are deflecting. It means there is something inside the atom. And they said there is in this, and they have saw the particular pattern they observe. Which pattern? They observe the pattern of deflection, and through that pattern of deflection they predicted so many things, and they provided so many theory related to this, which we are going to understand. First of all, through this deflection or scattering alpha particle, they have predicted that inside the atom, in the center of the particular atom, when the alpha particles are moving in nearby the center, they are passing, they are getting deflected. It means in the core of the atom there is something who is responsible for the deflection of the alpha particles? It means alpha particle mass is how much? Sir, 4 times of proton. It means here in the nucleus there is a mass which is heavier than alpha particle, then only deflection is possible. Suppose if I say one stone of 2 kg mass, very lightweight, and I throw 10 kg of stone towards it, what will happen? This 10 kg stone will displace this 2 kg, or 10 kg after deflection will come back? Obviously this 10 kg will move straight and deflect it. But if I say this is a 100 kg stone and I throw this stone towards this particular, I throw a mass of any particular ball or anything of 10 kg towards it, it will get deflected back. Why so? Because here mass is more, here mass is less. So similarly we can predict, they predicted that inside the atom, in the core of the atom, there is something which is very heavier than alpha particle, who is responsible for the scattering of these particular angles. And the space is also very small in size. This center space, that core is also very small in size. That core is defined as nucleus, you know very well. Nucleus is basically core part of the particular atom. So they predicted the size of the nucleus also. They predicted how much they predicted. We are going to do the calculation for that after this particular explanation. But yes, they have predicted with the help of this alpha particle scattering that very few particles they get deflected at 180 degree, means very small size of particle are concentrated at the center of the atom, that is called a nucleus. Secondary, through this observation, what significance we can understand? Very first significance is most of undeflected means what? Most of space is empty. That is approximately 99.86% of space is empty inside the atom. You won't believe, but yes, it is exactly yes, like this as per the experiment. Secondary, large deflection means what? This large deflection means what? Very heavy particle, alpha particle scatter means what? Alpha particle is very heavy, 4 times of mass of proton. It means there is a very heavy particle available who is deflecting who is responsible for the large deflection. And they predicted here is in the nucleus is heavier, yes, obviously, because there is some, or they said that the whole mass of the atom is concentrated in center as per them. What they said, one more thing we can write here, large deflection we can say that they said whole mass is concentrated at the center as per the experiment. At the center. Number of particles they observe are different for different metals. It means every metal's atom is different. If number of particles, scattered particles for different metals is different, they have experiment, through this experiment they found that ki number of particles are different for different materials or different metals. It means that ki every metal have a different concentration of mass at the center, means a different nucleus they have. Yes, they predicted different nucleus means what? Different number of protons. Different number of protons means not different number of electrons. So that they said that with the help of this theory, they signified that ki every atom have different number of protons, different number of electrons. Different types of materials have different types of number of protons and different types of number of protons for different number of atoms, different atoms. And which is correct also. Means most of the theory of this particular model is almost, we can say, correct related to atom. Some of the theory is very incorrect, so we'll discuss in failure part. But right now, they said that nucleus surrounded by the electron also, they said that number of electrons is equal to number of proton. Basically, it means atom is basically neutral, which is, they also said the same thing. Likewise, J.J. Thomson said. Because they are working after the theory of J.J. Thomson. So whatever the J.J. Thomson's theory they feel correct, they just directly said that yes, this theory is correct already. Number of electrons is equal to, because this atom is stable only when the atom is neutral as per them. So yes. So they said the electrons are surrounded, you can say nucleus, electrons basically surrounds the nucleus. They are, you can say, rotating surrounded by the nucleus. They have said like that. So this significance, and after that they have plotted the graph, one graph which is again a very important graph. I hope so you can see here. This explanation is very clear too. And what they said, This axis represent scattering angle theta, this axis represent number of particles scattered. So more number of particles are scattered at very low angle, means undeflected almost. Very less angle, more number of particles are getting, you can say, by looking at the graph. Secondary, if the angle of scattering is increasing, number of particles also decreasing, means very few particles scattered more than 140 degree or 100 degree, very few particles. Rest particles got almost undeflected. So this is one graph for the understanding of this particular practical. Second, these are some important points which you should understand related to the Rutherford's, you can say, or Rutherford, or you can say the Giger-Marsden's alpha particle scattering experiment. Now, with the help of this particular experiment, they try to predict they just gave the calculation, or we have one calculation in our syllabus also, we can say that, to find the size of the nucleus. How they find the size of the nucleus, we are going to understand that now. But sir, we can understand, sir, if suppose this particle also is scattered, it means this much space is having nucleus. If this particle are scattering from here, this particle is scattering from here, it means this gap we know, this distance we can understand, then we can say that size of the nucleus. Yes, so they try to predict the size of the nucleus with the help of certain method, certain calculation, and we are going to understand we can say we are going to derive now that what is the prediction given to us with the help of this particular experiment. So this particular, all the points should be in your copy very properly, you have to maintain, bachcho. And secondary, whatever is in the syllabus of the CBSE, we are going to complete that particular part very first in this chapter also. Okay, so now after this particular, we are going to understand the derivation part of the calculation. Okay, bachcho. So please note these points very, very carefully. Okay, this should be in your notes copy. I will try to check, or whenever the situation allow me, but whenever you come to school, this point should be in your copy very, very well. Okay, either you already maintained the notes, no issues of this chapter, notes is already completed by you, no issues. If not completed, then you have to complete from here this part. Okay, now the calculation part. Yes. So bachcho, in the alpha particle scattering experiment, we have understood how the particle will scatter and how much it will scatter, how many particles will scatter. Now, one thing they have predicted about the size of the nucleus or size of the atom with the help of scattering experiment. How? We call this particular approach as a distance of closest approach. What does actually it means? We'll try to understand here in this particular video. In this particular slide, we are trying to understand. Suppose this is one atom is over here. They have sent this particular alpha particle with certain kinetic energy, initial kinetic energy. They have initial kinetic energy they have provided. What is initial kinetic energy formula? Let's say half mv square in general. They have provided approximately 5.5 mega electron volt. No issues. With this particular kinetic energy, this alpha particle is moving towards the atom, and when this particular particle will reach inside the atom, or we can say nearby the atom, it will start experiencing a repulsive force. Why, sir? Who is going here? Alpha particle. What is alpha particle nature? Sir, it is a plus 2e kya? Yes, positively charged particle kya? Yes, this alpha particle is what? Positively charged. Now here in the atom, in the nucleus of the atom, what is there? Positively charged protons are there. Whole mass is concentrated of the atom at the center, that is called as nucleus. And there they have said that, as per the alpha particle scattering experiment, they have predicted that this particular region have a positively charged particle, because they saw the alpha particle got deflected when they have, you can say, align the particle in the center of the atom. This is going this side, so after this particular distance it will move this side. Why? This particular will repel this particular particle. Why? Plus plus repels, sir. If I throw one more particle at this particular center part, approximately at the center distance, what will happen, sir? It will not be able to reach certain distance inside. After a certain part, it will repelled. This alpha particle will get repulsion. Why? Because there is a positively charged, there is also positive charge. Positive, that both what will do to each other, repulsion will take place. So that's why this particular particle, alpha particles, will reflect back, deflect back, whatever you want to say. This will happen. Yes sir, no issues. Now this alpha particle is moving and reflecting back. It means there is a positively charged particle. Yes. Through this particular scattering experiment, they have predicted that inside the atom, at the nucleus, there is a positively charged particles called proton residing there in the nucleus. Which theory is almost very, they have predicted correctly, almost. Now, if this is repelling from this side, it means we can predict after this particular, by this particular experiment, what we can predict? We can predict the size of the nucleus, yes or no? Let's say this is center part and this particular particle reflect after this distance. It means this distance, if we calculate, I hope this particular part is clear. Let me make it again in a proper manner for you. Suppose this is our nucleus. This particle is reflecting back after this particular point. This is center of the atom, we know that. And this is reflecting back after this particular point. It means this is the radius of nucleus, we can predict almost approximately radius, this much distance, basically this much distance, but yes. तो जितना क्लोज गया, इसका मतलब उतना ज्यादा अच्छे से हमें क्या पता चल पाएगा, रेडियस पता चल जाएगा, क्योंकि सर इट विल नॉट बी एबल टू पेनिट्रेट much more because the repulsive force will increase, and we know that this positively charged concentrated positively protons will apply force on our alpha particle, obviously, because they have observed it in their observation of the practical observation, they have done this. Now what is our main purpose? To find the nucleus size with the help of distance of closest approach. So this is the distance of closest. Yes, if we calculate it, what we can get? Radius of the nucleus, approximate size of the radius of nucleus, we can find it out. Now, we know that the initial energy is only in the form of kinetic energy. One thing we know, this is also positively charged particle, kya? Yes. This is also what? Positively charged particle. At this particular point, our alpha particle will stop kya? Yes sir, it will lose all its kinetic energy. And now tell me in which form our kinetic energy is converting or transferring. Sir, slowly it is resisting. And now why it is resisting here? Because this particular positively particles are repelling it. It means, try to understand, do you know very simple funda? If this is plus q charge and if I want to take here one more plus q charge, if I take here at a distance r, q1 charge, and let's take it as a q2, will it stay here? You will say no sir, it will go backside again. Why? At this point, what is at a distance r? What do you know? Two things are there, sir. There is an electric field or q1 particle here. Also we can say that there is some potential here. What is the potential energy of this point and what is potential? Sir, V is equal to kq by r. What is potential energy? Sir, it is equal to work done. Please remember, please try to understand work done formula. Have you remember K, Q1, Q2 by R? Do you know that kya bachcha? If you know that or not know, you should have this formula with you. यानी इसको इधर आना होगा तो इसके ऊपर क्या लग रहा होगा? फोर्स लगा होगा तो रुक रहा होगा, धीरे धीरे रुकेगा और यहाँ पर आके क्या करा है? रुक गया फाइनली। यहाँ पर इसकी वेलोसिटी जीरो, यानी यहाँ पर इसकी काइनेटिक एनर्जी क्या हो गई बच्चे? जीरो। अब इसके पास सिर्फ कौन सी एनर्जी बची है? इफ यू अप्लाई टोटल मैकेनिकल एनर्जी कंजर्व, व्हाट इज द टोटल मैकेनिकल एनर्जी? सर, टोटल मैकेनिकल एनर्जी ऑलवेज इक्वल टू पोटेंशियल एनर्जी प्लस काइनेटिक एनर्जी. If our kinetic energy will become zero, which energy remains here now? Sir, only and only potential energy. And what is the potential energy at this point? Because of this particular positively charged particle at a distance r naught, what is the potential energy formula, sir? This is the potential energy formula. What is charge here? This charge is how much? How many protons are available here? One atom have how many protons? Sir, let me know, let me think. Yes, sir, Z, we have studied something called Z. What do you mean by Z, beta? Sir, I think atomic number. What does it gives you? Sir, it gives us the number of protons and electrons information. Yes, yeah, no, beta? Yes, sir. So, if suppose here is a 2 protons, so what is total charge? Sir, we know that Q is equals to N kya? Yes. How many number of protons? 2. So, N is equal to 2. What is charge on proton? Sir, E. E is equal to how much? 1.6 10 की power minus 19 बच्चे. Now this is in a general, how many number of protons are there? I don't know. Or no? I know, sir. If this particular atom have atomic number Z, then it have total number of protons is equal to Z into E. Number of particles into charge on each particle will become equal to total charge. So what is charge at nucleus? Sir, Q is equal to ZE kya? Yes. Sir, plus or minus? Obviously plus, proton for plus. Now, what is charge of our alpha particle? Array sir, I know that very well, sir. 2E plus 2E. So what is total potential energy? Total potential energy equal to work done. This formula we know kya, sir? Yes. So what I can write now? Sir, this here the potential energy is equals to PE will be equal to K. What is Q1? What is charge here? Z into E. What is Q2? What is charge on our particular alpha particle? 2E. What is distance from here to here? R naught divided by R naught. Array yes, yeah, no, beta. Sorry, R naught. K cube Q1 Q2 by R. Now, by applying conservation of energy theorem, can I equate my kinetic energy is equal to potential energy? Because total initial energy equal to total final energy. Now, my kinetic energy converts into which energy? Potential energy. So, can I write potential energy is equal to kinetic energy? Yes, sir. Why not? By applying conservation of energy method. So, what is the kinetic energy? Sir, half mv square. What is our kinetic energy? Sir, I think half mv square. What is potential energy? Just interchange it. I hope you can understand. This I have written here. Let's make it here. Yes. Kinetic energy half mv square. What is potential energy? Sir, K 2 Z into E 2Z E square by R naught. Yes, yeah, no, beta. Yes, sir, no problem at all. Can I simplify it little bit more? What do we need? R naught value. So R naught will be equal to how much, beta? It is very important formula. 2 questions previous year. 2 questions I will provide you in just after some time. Questions are asked from this particular formula which I am deriving over here. You should understand this particular thing very well. You should have this formula with you very properly, beta. They can ask directly question from this particular part. Now, if I, sir, solve it further, what you will get, beta? Sir, I think K 2 into 2 4K. Yes, V square will becomes downside. No issues, sir. So now R naught will be equal to 4K ZE square. If you just manipulate this equation, we'll get R 4K ZE square by MV square. So this is one very important formula here we have got. Secondary, by mistake my video was paused, so I have just continued here. Secondary, one of the most important thing we are going to understand here, impact parameter. What is impact parameter? I am going to explain you again. Just try to understand the concept of impact parameter. Before that, impact parameter, try to understand here this R naught value. This R naught value is approximate size of the nucleus. They have figured out, they have calculated the value of R naught and they just found that approximately for gold metal, for gold atom, 41.3 Fermi meter. Fermi means 10 ki power, I hope you know that 1 Fermi is equals to 10 ki power minus 15 meter. 1 Fermi meter. 10 ki power minus 15 means this is the approximate size of the nucleus they have tried to find. They have given some, they have changed the kinetic energy and they found that certain value of the nucleus size. Means nucleus size is much smaller than this also. and we know that the size of nucleus right now actually is 10 to the power minus 15, order of minus 15 Fermi. Okay, so with the help of this experiment we got the idea, we got the prediction related to the size of the nucleus. Okay, obviously the nucleus will be smaller than this closest approach distance. This distance is not exact value, but yes, approximately a value we can understand. Now try to understand बच्चों the impact parameter. I am just redrawing it, just cooperate with me. I am redrawing it, the impact parameter. I hope you have maintained these notes very well. Based on this, 2 questions I will provide you, don't worry. 2 questions I have with me of the previous year. Okay, what is impact parameter? I am going to explain you again, just wait. Impact parameter is basically the defined कि how the scattering will impact, how scattering you can say scattering can be impact, कैसे उस पे ऊपर प्रभाव पड़ सकता है, किसके ऊपर बच्चे, स्कैटरिंग के ऊपर. देखना, दिस इज आवर न्यूक्लियस, दिस इज सेंटर पार्ट ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस. वी हैव ड्रॉन वन हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन joining the center of nucleus, this line. Now if I say one alpha particle I have just made approach towards the nucleus in this particular line, from the horizontal perpendicular distance from the horizontal line, this horizontal line से perpendicular distance इतनी दूर पे अगर मैं उसको भेजता हूँ अल्फा पार्टिकल को, तो what will happen, you know sir, it will go undeflected. If I, you can say, align the alpha particle in this line, it will get some deflection. If I increase, if I little bit more downside, it will more deflect. And what will happen if I, you can say, align one alpha particle through this particular horizontal line? Sir, we know that it will reflect back completely. तो जितनी दूर से इस सेंटर लाइन से, इस हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन से परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस जितना ज्यादा होगा, फिर सुनना, इस हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन के परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस आउटसाइड द एटम, परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम द सेंट्रल हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन, दिस इज द सेंटर हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन, दिस डिस्टेंस इज डिनोटेड बाय B, impact parameter. If B value is more, the deflection will be less. If B value is very very high, deflection is very very less. If B value is less, deflection is more. And at B is equal to 0, if just at this line only, the deflection will be approximately equal to how much? 180 degree, means completely it will reflect back. 180 degree reflection will take place. So this impact parameter provides us the concept that how reflecting, how scattering has been done. If this B value is more, means if we throw the alpha particle from above height, we can say that they will go undeflected. If the impact parameter value is very very less, this will say, we can say the impact will be more. If B value is less, the impact will be more, and we can say it will go completely deflect back, or we can say reflect back at 180 degree. So this is the concept of impact parameter. I hope you got कि ये डिफाइन ऐसे किया गया कि अगर हम लोग इस सेंटर लाइन से जितनी ऊपर से अल्फा पार्टिकल को भेजेंगे उतना कम डिफ्लेक्ट होगा, जितनी पास से भेजेंगे, यानी डिस्टेंस जितना बड़ा होगा उतना कम डिफ्लेक्शन, जितना छोटा होगा उतना ज्यादा डिफ्लेक्शन होगा. सिंपल, B value less, deflection more, B value more, deflection less. This is the concept of impact parameter. This impact, this scattering depends on this particular parameter. सेकेंडरी कि अगर यहां पर अगर बहुत ज्यादा पोटेंशियल एनर्जी होगा, यानी यहां पर बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड क्रिएट करेगा, तो उतना ज्यादा क्या करेगा, उसको डिफ्लेक्शन देखने को मिलेगा. तो डिफ्लेक्शन यहां पर स्कैटरिंग जो हुई है वो 2 पॉइंट पर बात करती है. पहला कि इंपैक्ट पैरामीटर, सेकेंडरी कि अगर यहां पर प्रोटॉन्स बहुत ज्यादा हुए और जो हमारा अल्फा पार्टिकल है दूर से ही क्या करेगा, क्योंकि वी नो दैट if this charge will increase, electric field will increase, so it will repel with more intensity, so हमारा डिफ्लेक्शन और ज्यादा होगा. तो पहला यहाँ के चार्ज की कंसंट्रेशन के ऊपर, दूसरा और बेसिकली हम कहें कि जितनी ज्यादा यहाँ की पोटेंशियल एनर्जी होगी उतना ज्यादा डिफ्लेक्शन देखने को मिलेगा, और जितना कम B का वैल्यू होगा उतना ज्यादा डिफ्लेक्शन देखने को मिलेगा. तो डिफ्लेक्शन यहाँ पर 2 पर्टिकुलर पैरामीटर्स के ऊपर डिपेंड करते हुए दिखाई दे रहा है. ओके बच्चों, तो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द थ्योरेटिकल पॉइंट्स ऑफ द alpha particle scattering experiment. One more thing, sir, what are the failure of this particular structure or the model? What was the failure of Thomson model? Now we can say, सर थॉमसन मॉडल ने बोला था कि प्लस प्लस पूरा बिखरा पड़ा होता है, पर सर इस एक्सपेरिमेंट के अकॉर्डिंग तो प्लस प्लस कंसंट्रेटेड होना चाहिए. यस, दैट वाज द फेलियर ऑफ थॉमसन मॉडल. दे हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड, हु एक्सप्लेन्ड? गीगर मार्सडन, कि इफ दैट प्लस प्लस चार्ज वाज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड ऑल ओवर द सरफेस, देन दिस एवरी पार्टिकल शुड गेट डिफ्लेक्टेड. But here very few particles are getting deflected, and they are only at the when the B value is 0, they are deflecting more if the B value is there. So this B value indicates that the mass is concentrated at the center or the nucleus. Protons are concentrated, positively charged particle is concentrated. So this theory gives the failure to the Thomson model कि आपका positively charged बिखरा हुआ नहीं रहता है. Similarly, next model we are going to study. In that model we are going to understand कि what is the failure of this particular model. कि इस मॉडल के फेलियर क्या है. इस मॉडल के फेलियर ही अगले मॉडल को you can say बनता है. इसके फेलियर से अगला मॉडल बना हुआ है, उसी को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए इसके फेलियर्स को. तो जब हम उसकी एक्सप्लेनेशन देखेंगे देन वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि व्हाट आर द फेलियर ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर मॉडल. कुछ स्पेक्ट्रम से रिलेटेड है वो बाद में देखेंगे. सेकेंडरी की स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ द एटम दे आर नॉट एबल टू डिफाइन कि व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ द एटम. वी आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड इन द नेक्स्ट मॉडल ऑन सर्टेन क्लासेस, इन डिफरेंट वीडियो. ओके बच्चों, सो दिस पर्टिकुलर अल्फा पार्टिकल स्कैटरिंग, यस, दिस ऑन दिस बेस्ड ऑन दिस I will provide you 2 numericals, previous year questions. Very simple questions are directly formula based questions are available. So I will provide you on the WhatsApp PDF, or basically after the video you can see on the page. Okay beta, so thank you.